We watched TNA Impact this morning, and hopefully this video comes up and is able to get uploaded with a bit more ease than the wrestling news one.
Aces and Eights are seen backstage talking to Ken Anderson about his match with AJ Styles in the main event. D'Lo's with Ken Anderson. Ken tells D'Lo to come here, and then he just hits his head off a wall. And I quite like that.
I believe it was because D'Lo Brown had been giving a little bit of lip to Bully Ray. I think that was what it was. I mean, it just came out of nowhere. I was kind of trying to get settled in.
I think D'Lo Brown lost a night quit match about 2 weeks ago. It's probably to do with that.
Because he said something to Bully Ray about how it's how his plan didn't work last time. So I think it was just thought to be a bit cheeky. And then Bully and Devon come out. They start talking about the match that they're going to have at Slammiversary, or they're both defending their titles. It was quite interesting. I was a different way than last week. It was a bit more. I was a bit cynical about it this week because of last week's one. But they cut an all right promo about saying a whole load of stuff about Slammiversary, which was nice.
And this led into a match. Sting and Joseph Park ran out, and they got into a match with Team 3D. This, I believe, is the first match Team 3D has been in since about 2010, 2011 time.
I believe so, yeah.
I'll let you.
It was a very, very slow match, to say the least. It was just a lot of it started out with the action in the ring, outside the ring, and everyone's attacking one another, and they're all beating each other up, the two teams. And the action didn't seem to pick up until Sting entered. He got tagged in. Sting, he's been a bit wasted with the position that he gets put into, because Sting's really good. He should be against really good wrestlers. I mean, as I said last week, it's the reason why people slag off TNA, and they don't seem to help themselves ever.
Yeah, it's they're Sting's a guy who shouldn't be going for a title ever again. I hope that at Slammiversary he loses.
That's kind of the same here, but relatively slow match. Devon got pushed off the. The corner when you were about to do the was up headbutt kind of thing, and then afterwards, who won? It was
Sting and Joseph Park. It was all right, it was a nice change. There actually being a match in the first.
Yeah, there wasn't a long 12-year promo. Then there's Kurt Angle backstage. He's angry about AJ Styles for hitting him in the leg with a hammer, and it's all to be expected, isn't it?
Yeah, he also spoke about respect. I didn't get this. Is there a neutral respect there? If AJ respected you, he wouldn't have hit you in the leg with a hammer.
No, I guess not, no.
Then Dixie Carter came out and spoke about Slammiversary. This was just pointless. Dixie Carter shouldn't really be there.
No.
Be a backstage person. I know you own the company, but just don't come on television.
She was talking about how there was going to be a new free agent kind of thing. There's speculation going about. I'm hoping that it's not going to be Hardcore Holly, because I already know Hardcore Holly is going to be there. I hope that it's not going to be him, because it was kind of on the Joker's Wild pay-per-view. It got we know that Hardcore Holly's coming. I'm hoping for another surprise, but if it isn't, I guess it would be a nice way to bring in the Hardcore Holly, I guess. But even though it would be better.
And she also announced the return of Jeff Hardy, and yeah, it was alright.
I mean, I understand now the whole Jeff Hardy thing. I do, because I didn't get it when I made the video. I was kind of oh well, you've kind of ruined it, and kind of it would have been a good surprise. But as you pointed out, it would have been too much surprises going on, which was one of the many things that TNA used to get criticized for. It was always a surprise, and you give someone too much surprises, and they start expecting it all the time. Sometimes you can get too much of a good thing. so yeah, afterwards, Aces and Eights came out. Garrett Bischoff. They were all like, intimidating Dixie Carter, and because like, Dixie Carter was like saying, "Oh, I wish Sting good luck in his match," and yeah, it's like I thought that was like fair enough. Same old, kind of thing. Like, intimidating Dixie Carter, not the best actress in the world, is she?
No,
Like,
no, she isn't. Then Joe and Magnus run out to save Dixie Carter. The ring gets cleared, and Joe challenges Garrett to a match, and the match just takes place.
yeah, it was quite an intense promo that Samoa Joe cut. I thought it was a really good promo about. Yeah, I liked his pro. Samoa Joe, it's like his promos. I quite like them.
Yeah, same. Same. They're like very like he's a face, but he's not a person that you really want to mess with.
It's not like one of those faces that are always like, I do the right thing. I mean, he's kind of an anti-hero, but not as cheesy kind of thing. Because you think of anti-heroes, and it's kind of like, well, it's a bit dumb because now he's like he's like a cowboy. He's from Red Dead Redemption. It's like, oh, he's not really, he just does bad things. It's like that kind of stuff gets overdone. Like after a while, and sometimes it gets old because people always want there to be an anti-hero. Samoa Joe's quite a good anti-hero.
This match ended in I think Joe won by DQ because there was like a brawl going on outside of the ring, and then Joe does like a suicide dive to the three, and then to Wes Briscoe, Luke Gallows, and Garrett.
Yeah,
and he challenged the three to a match. A 6-man tag match at Slammiversary, and there Magnus's partner and Samoa Joe's partner is going to be Jeff Hardy.
It's I was a bit confused how it ended. It was just kind of like
That's the same here. It was a brawl on the outside.
Yeah, he jumped outside after them. It's kind of like so I don't think it had like an actual clear winner. I mean, I wasn't really
I don't think so.
I don't know. James Storm was then in the back saying why he chose Gunner because Gunner kills people. He's used to what he's a
former
soldier. He has killed people. I'd imagine that killing someone can't be something that you'd like to take lightly.
No.
But it matches what because I say that, but at the same time it's kind of like when people complain about certain things, they've got to realize that wrestling is supposed to be seen as hostile. Yeah. It's supposed to be seen as a violent sport. So it's like, saying that Gunner kills people and he's used to going to war. It kind of like bigs Gunner up, and I think I again still think that James Storm and Gunner are they're a good team, and I'm looking forward to what they do in the future. James Storm with his